Welcome to our program Security Watch Africa. Only on this channel, the Africa Independent Television, will bring you that information you need to keep your life safe and secured. Welcome to the program today. I'm sure you are wondering, where is this really? You see, I would have want to keep you in suspense, but I think to just help, let me just tell you that where we are is known as Isiago Oka Road. Isiago Oka Road. And on this side, you will see like a valley. And particularly this road, some months ago, used to be a very dreaded road where kidnappers operate on daily basis and innocent citizens are being deprived of their livelihood or their freedom and sometimes their lives. And as we speak, the security forces, the police and the army working in synergy have made sure that this road is safe for activities to go on. Like you can see, people easily ply the road now without fear, unlike a few months ago. But we're going to tell you that we are in Anambra State. We'll be letting you know what and what is happening in Anambra State. Really, it's a state that so much has been said about insecurity. But I can also tell you that so much is happening to make sure that this thing is not what people say. And truly, we've been here for some days now, and we can tell you that people are free to move about. Welcome to the program today. My name still remains Patrick Abambu. But before we go into details of what we have for the program, particularly our interaction with the Commissioner of Police, Anambra State Commander, CP Aderemi Adeoye, and other reports we have, let's go to the Nigerian Army, where Shuli Daniels brings us a report on what happened at the Nigerian Army Heritage and Future Center, where when they hosted the seminar stroke lecture recently. Sit back as we bring you this report.
Towards enhancing security in Nigeria, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taurid Abiodun Lagbaja, has tasked the Nigerian Army Heritage and Future Center NAHFC to develop ingenious ways to improve the capability of the Army. General Lagbaja gave this charge at the inaugural seminar and lecture of the center in Abuja with the theme Transforming Nigerian Army Heritage and Future Center from Dream to Reality.
It is no news that the Nigerian Army and its sister services, together with other security agencies, are today confronted by myriads of security challenges across all geopolitical zones of the country. These challenges, which range from terrorism, banditry, kidnapping, farmers-herders clash, and oil theft, have continued to adapt to and defy solutions. Today, criminal groups across the zones are fast keeping pace with our options, thereby making our efforts of not too significant effect. Therefore, establishments such as the Nigerian Army Heritage and Future Center must rise to the occasion by equally turning out options for the Nigerian Army at a pace the bad guys cannot keep up with.
The Army Chief also noted that the inaugural lecture and subsequent interactive sessions would be of help in providing ideas.
I expect that today's lecture and the subsequent interactive session will generate new ideas and outcomes that will elucidate the nexus between the Nigerian Army Heritage and Future Center's vision and my command philosophy of transforming the Nigerian Army into a well-trained, equipped, and highly motivated force towards achieving our constitutional responsibilities within a joint environment. Finding such a nexus will help align the center with my philosophy of command and make the center a veritable tool for achieving my vision for the Nigerian Army.
He urged officers and staff of the center to tap from the knowledge of resource persons and described NAHFC as first of its kind.
Let me, at this juncture, once again commend the Director General, Nigerian Army Heritage and Future Center, and his staff for organizing this maiden lecture and bringing together this highly cerebral group of resource persons to do justice to the topic of the day. Having known them for over 3 decades, I can attest to the quality and have thus no doubt that they will deliver. Therefore, I urge the Nigerian Army Heritage and Future Center and all participants to maximize this opportunity and tap from the knowledge and wealth of experience of our resource persons for the benefit of the Nigerian Army. I want to seize this opportunity to assure the Nigerian Army Heritage and Future Center of my continuous support as it sets out to execute its mandate. It is incumbent upon us to adequately equip the center staff for the task ahead, and I shall not fail to do just that.
General Lagbaja pledged his continued support to the center while pledging unalloyed loyalty of the Nigerian Army to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
I most sincerely appreciate the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Grand Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic, for his steadfast support to the Nigerian Army. Again, I assure Mr. President that our loyalty to the Nigeria's Constitution and support for our democracy is unflinching.
In his welcome speech, the Director General of the NAHFC, Major General Obinna Ajunwa, noted the reason why the center was created and what the seminar is meant to achieve. He added what the center has achieved so far since he took over office.
The Nigerian Army in its stride to entrench professionalism and regimentation towards successful operations now and in the future, established the Nigerian Army Heritage and Future Center on 16 December 2022. The center is created as a research hub to address Nigerian Army specific thematic challenges through studies, analysis, policy formulations that target optimal operational and administrative outcomes for the Nigerian Army.
Shirley Daniels, reporting for Security Watch Africa.
Welcome back. Yes, you heard it. The seminar lecture by the Nigerian Army Heritage and Future Center, looking at how better way to make the Nigerian Army capable to face the challenges ahead. Yes, we are still, another location again, bordering Enugu and Anambra State. Here is we're on the bridge of Amansi River, the popular Amansi River, and behind me is the boundary between Enugu and Anambra. Like you will hear later on in the interaction with the Commissioner of Police, one of the strategies of the police command in Anambra is to lock down most of the areas entry, into the state, and make sure that only those who are supposed to come in, those who are not illegally harassing this, who are not harassing the citizens, are allowed in the states, because interstate banditry, interstate insurgency, interstate armed robbery and kidnapping had been rift on these roads, on these houses. Behind just the border area is a popular getaway where some of these bad boys used to take away and take corners and into the water of Amansi River. But thank God, the police in Anambra is doing their best to ensure that the people of Anambra is safe. Like you can see, the policemen stationed behind me are doing their work. Welcome to the program. Yes, we must give you another report that is quite essential before we'll go into more of what we have today. Today, we are bringing you the interaction of what we had with the Commissioner of Police, Anambra State, talking about CP Aderemi Adeoye, where he told us about what his command is doing to ensure that Anambra State remains the light of the nation. Sit back. As the chief law enforcement officer in the state here, you are in charge making sure that there's law and order in the state. Can you tell us how is the security situation in Anambra State as you speak?
Thank you, Patrick, and welcome to Police Headquarters in Amobia, Oka, Capital Territory. The security situation in Anambra State as of today is satisfactory. There is still much work to be done, but it is definitely better from what we had in the earlier part of this year. The situation at hand is very, very satisfactory. We are working to improve it even more.
Yeah, for some of us that do not reside here in Southeast or Anambra State, and we depend on the information that comes out from here, it seems that Anambra is not actually safe, contrary to what you're saying. But we've been here for 3 days now. We've gone around, we see people going about their lawful businesses. We are even going at night. There are activities, life activities are there. And how do one balance this, the report we're getting outside and the reality that is on ground? What do you think is so?
The report you see out there is fueled by individuals and groups who have a sinister agenda. They want to create fear. They want to instill fear in the mind of members of the public to achieve a selfish aim. The reality is that life in Anambra is almost back to normal, and people go about their businesses in a very safe atmosphere. The government and the police, as well as other security agencies, have partnered with the people, and all of us are working towards one goal. That is to restore normalcy and to ensure security of lives and property, and to see to it that people go about their businesses without let or hindrance. This is being achieved. And you see, what I've observed is that even where there is no issue, people create fear. I will give you an illustration. Just last night, people started exhuming and recycling old video clips of hooligans burning vehicles and saying it is happening now, right now, at Nanka, this, that. We did an analysis and discovered that those videos were posted on the internet as far back as March last year. And that's what they're resurrecting now and recycling to create the impression that insecurity persists. It's a false narrative. No incident has been recorded in Anambra. There is another one they are pushing around. They said it happened at Uli. It was a robbery, and the gang left one of their members behind and everything. When we went into it, we contacted the people there, the President General of the town, the police in the area, and all of them told us it was a movie clip that was being shot. So there is nothing like robbery or what have you. So this kind of narratives people push out to create fear and to seek relevance. They want the people to believe they are still there and that they are still effective, that they are still making waves. It's all lies. Normalcy have virtually returned to Anambra, and nightlife is back. People enjoy themselves, and people move around. Like you were out yesterday night, and you saw some of these areas for yourself. People are enjoying themselves, no cause for alarm. And I can tell you that since I assumed duty here, I've slept with my own 2 eyes closed, all right? Because my phone is always on, my radio is always on. If there's any incident, they crack alive and it wakes me up. And immediately we begin to take action, all right? So, but nothing of such has happened. We have put measures in place. There's a strong synergy and collaboration among the security agencies. We have a strong partnership with the people. And the Anambra Vigilante Service, all of us work together to ensure Anambra is safe. We have the full backing of the state government. We have the support of the force headquarters, and everything is working fine. That is the true position of things in Anambra State.
Yeah, because that is actually the part I wanted to ask you now, the part of synergy, because I know you from the background you come from. You are somebody who believes that it's always a teamwork. You were formerly, the last posting here was DC Ops, and you coordinated everything effectively. But now you have talked about it. How do you relate with them? I know you say you work closely, but do you have joint patrols? Do you have regular meetings? How do you relate with other security services?
You know, when it comes to internal security, the police is the lead agency. And so we have other services who support us. The military always give us support. And whenever any situation goes beyond the capacity of the police, they are always on standby to come in. We have joint patrols, we have joint forward operating bases where special forces of the police and counter-terrorist unit operatives deploy alongside the military. We have forward operating bases where the police, army, navy, civil defense, immigration, NDLEA, and other services, you know, do joint patrol, hold ground, mount checkpoints, you know, to ensure that criminals will not have, you know, free access or free movement. Then we also have coordinating meetings where we exchange intelligence. The Department of State Services, you know, provide first-grade intelligence. The Police Technical Intelligence Unit provide first-grade intelligence, and we share among ourselves. We collaborate, we compare notes, we carry out joint operations. We do everything seamlessly together. And again, you see, we have the Anambra Vigilante Service, you know, being coordinated by the security advisor, you know, to the governor and the special advisor on security. And all of them, we are all on the same page. We exchange notes regularly. We share intelligence. We carry on investigation. Even when they, you know, make arrests, they hand over to us to avoid violation of human rights. Everything works seamlessly according to the law. And so when they make arrests and hand over to us, we investigate. And, you know, for example, they arrest a member of a gang, we go after the other members. We search, we recover weapons. We document offenses that have been linked to each of them, and we prosecute. So all these entities I have mentioned, both the military, the paramilitary, and the vigilante, both at the community level and at the state level, all collaborate with the police, and we are working hand in hand to ensure that security dividends are delivered to the people.
Now, earlier in the year, the state was almost being lost to these hoodlums creating problems. I noticed that on assumption of duty, you carried out a lot of operation, even into the homes or the camps of these hoodlums. Can you tell us why did you do that? What happened, and what successes has that recorded?
First and foremost, let me say the administration that was on ground here before I assumed duty did a lot of work, did tremendously well. The challenges were very serious, but the command was able to cope. And for me, I was returning to familiar terrain because I was here previously as Deputy Commissioner in charge of operations. And so when I came in, I simply continued from where, you know, we had stopped. So it was not difficult for me to integrate myself into the security architecture of the state. And what I found was that despite the challenges, the command had done very well to degrade the capabilities of these insurgents. So it was easy for me to build on the foundation that had been laid. We only push it a notch higher, you know, by ensuring that we act on intelligence we receive, raid insurgent camps, put them out of business, and block routes that they use, you know, for their criminal escapades. We succeeded to a large extent because of the cooperation we got from the people. And within a few days of my assumption of duty, we smashed several gangs, recovered several weapons. Those that were not arrested went on the run, and the routes they normally, you know, favor for their operations became no-go area. And we were not just boasting, we matched our words with action by ensuring that those who dare either don't live to tell the tale, or they lose their freedom because they will be arrested and incarcerated to face the law. So to a large extent, these have paid off. And as of today, we are much better than where we were on assumption of duty for me in this state.
Yeah, it's good news. But we noticed that earlier too, you had experiences of some of these bad boys operating with highly sophisticated tactics or style using RPG and landmines. What can you speak on that?
Yes, use of rocket-propelled grenade launchers and homemade bombs or improvised explosive devices are limited to the insurgents. Common day run-of-the-mill criminals don't use such high-grade weapons. Those weapons are materials of war, and even though we are not at war, except for the guerrilla warfare we are facing, what we experienced during one of our raids to the camps was that they had planted mines around the camps, and a gun truck, got stepped on the mine and got blasted. Fortunately for us, there was no loss of lives because tactically the operatives had disembarked from the vehicle, leaving only 2 in the vehicle as they advanced, while others advanced on foot. So it was only the driver and the gunner that were injured, and they were promptly evacuated to a specialist hospital for medical attention. They have both been discharged, and they are back to duty. So that's the experience we had. Yes, we know.
Yeah, welcome back. Yes, you had him there, the Commissioner of Police Anambra State, CP Aderemi Adeoye, talking about what he's doing in Anambra. And indeed, we are testimonies to what the peace in Anambra, the busyness. Here we are, like you can see, is in the major motor park in Oka, the capital of the Anambra State. This is the Unizig Junction, as it's popularly called. Yeah, you can see behind me the footbridge, aiding students to go across into the temporary site of the Nnamdi Azikiwe University here in Oka. You're welcome to the program today. Really, I must say that it's not actually a good time for us, the death of somebody who has been of a great help to the country, Nigeria, who had helped to ensure that the country is protected. Talking about Major General Bernard Onyuku, retired. Unfortunately, he died some weeks ago, and just yesterday he was buried at the National Cemetery in Abuja, and Shuli Daniels was there at the cemetery, and she brings you this report.
These are the families left behind by late Major General Bernard Ejike Onyuko, retired, who passed on 26 August 2023. In attendance at the burial ceremony which took place at the National Military Cemetery in Abuja are the service chiefs who came to pay their last respect to a man who used his life to serve the nation before his retirement from the Nigerian Army, and they have this to say.
I want to express the condolences of the officers, soldiers, and the larger Nigerian Army community to the spouse of our departed colleague and even the entire Onyeko family. I want to enjoin you that you take it as an act of God, because death is a price that we must all pay for our sojourn here on earth.
On behalf of the Chief of Naval Staff and the entire Naval community, I extend my condolences to the Onyeko family, to members of 38 regular corps, and to the entire armed forces of Nigeria.
Today he's a saint. He was sent from heaven to come and touch lives, and he has done that, and he has done his role and has gone back. It is for us to take off from here and continue, and know that the future, and make the future brighter. To the family, the wife, please stand strong. The children are here. We are going to be here for you, with you all through. We cannot replace him, but we'll sure cover the gaps.
Born on 22nd of August 1965 in Potiskum, Yobe State, Major General Onyuko was a native of Nimo, Njikoka local government of Anambra State, the fifth child in the family of 7 children. Bernard Ejike Onyuko gained his admission into the Nigerian Defense Academy as member of 38 regular corps in 1986 after the completion of his secondary school. He was commissioned into the Nigerian Army on 21st September 1991 with the rank of Second Lieutenant, and was allocated to the Ordnance Corps and posted to 1 Division Ordnance Depot, Kaduna. Before his retirement, he held several appointments in the Nigerian Army and Defense Headquarters, which includes Platinum Commander, Adjutant BOD, Director Defense Media Operation, Defense Headquarters, Director Procurement, Defense Headquarters, just to mention a few. Late Major General Onyuko was honored with 4 Service Star, Meritorious Service Star, United Nations Mission for the Referendum in Western Sahara Medal, ECOWAS Monitoring Group Medal, amongst others. Life, indeed, appears like a mist, and disappears tomorrow. Who can tell where one ends and where the other begins? Shuli Daniels, reporting for Security Watch Africa.
It's really a solemn and a sad moment, like you can see. You saw there in the report. We pray that the Almighty God will grant the soul of Major General Bernard Onyuku the eternal rest. He really tried for the nation. He served meritoriously, and after service he retired. Just a few weeks after his retirement, he was called to rest with the Lord. So I will just pray that the Lord Almighty will give the family and the Nigerian Army and the Nigerian Defense in general, the armed forces of Nigeria, the fortitude to bear this irreparable loss. Yes, we want to say that this is where we are going to call it a day for the program today. It's been an exciting edition, like you can see. We've been in Anambra State, from the various parts of Anambra State, not just here in Oka, even up to Enugu, many places to find out how is the state coping with the insecurity that is reported all over the southeastern part of Nigeria. But like you can see in Anambra, it's not what is being reported. And the Commissioner of Police did tell us so, and we saw it ourselves, because like you say in the next report, the next week, you'll see that night activities, nightlife is bubbling here in Oka, the Anambra State capital. So you are free to come in, like this Commissioner of Police did say, that security is provided for you. Until we come away again next week, as a thanks for staying tuned, and bye for now.